Well, well, well. Long time no see. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. As you can see. Gorgeous. Now, week 11 breakdown. Let's get to it. Panthers. You guys are really missing CJ Stroud. It's a tough loss for you guys, I know. Hopefully Bryce Young can fill in the role and step up and make some plays for you guys down the stretch here. Which leads me to Dallas. Shut up. You guys did exactly what you were supposed to do. You beat the Giants and the Panthers, two of the worst teams in football. Congratulations. You want a cookie or something? Beat Philly. Beat the Niners. Beat Detroit. Beat Seattle. Beat the Cardinals. Oh, wait. Y'all didn't do that. Sorry. My Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, we fired Matt Canada, which is a very, very positive step. Very positive. Hate to see somebody lose their job 2 days before a holiday, but look, man, Matt, you lied to us. That preseason was a scam, and we fell for it. But was he the full problem? No. Kenny, you got to play better, man. You got to play better. This draft is way too loaded to not move on from you. The fact that we fired Canada mid-season, that's something we don't do. We don't do that. So that speaks volumes, okay? The rest of the season is going to show us whether or not you're the guy or not. So, show us something. Also, Terrell Austin, defensive coordinator. Yeah, you might want to pack your bags too, because I think you're gone after this season as well. It's just as bad. The only thing that's carrying us on defense is talent. So, we'll see what happens. Cincinnati Bengals. We'll see you next year. Unless Jake Browning turns into like the next, coming of Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady or whatever. So, you never know. Crazy things have happened in this league. Josh Dobbs. Anywho, Ravens, you get a golf clap. Because that's all I'm going to give you for now. You might get Mark Andrews back too, right? Just right before the playoffs. Because of course you are. Good win though. Cleveland, good game. Very good game. Defense is good. If you don't know what that means, Google it. Texans might be for real, y'all. CJ threw 3 interceptions. Horrible interceptions. Still dropped 370 plus yards and won the game. That defense is shaping up. Singletary's running his ass off. I don't know. Houston might be a problem. Tampa Bay. Buccaneers. You still might win the division. That doesn't mean jack diddly squat because the division is terrible. But hey, it might win it. Who knows? Niners. Brock Purdy had a perfect passer rating. Secondary led up a lot of big plays. They didn't play their best game, but they still beat the shit out of Tampa Bay. When that team is clicking on all cylinders, not many teams can stop them. Not many. So, Niners are the Niners. Lions, you guys dodged a bear attack. But you got the win, though. It was a good win. It was very gritty. The Bears might have a Fields problem, but it's not the one you think. Front office has a lot of figuring out to do. A lot. Arizona Cardinals, just laying the groundwork for next season. Just seeing what you have already and seeing what you need. Everyone's saying, they're ruining their tank. They're ruining their tank. They're not going to get Caleb that way. Kyler's their guy. Otherwise, Josh Dobbs will still be there, or they'll be rolling with Clayton Tune for the tank. Okay? Kyler's their guy. Unless they just plan on trading him anyway, but I don't think so. Jaguars. You beat the shit out of Tennessee. Whoop-de-doo. Can you play like that more consistently, please, so we can start taking you seriously? That'd be great. That'd be great. Because unless you you want to wait for the playoffs to go the fuck off, that'd be great too. I mean, you can do that. That's fine. Just keep winning, I guess. Titans. Yeah, we'll see you next year. Just wrap it up. Levis is the guy though. Vrabel might be moving on to, more patriotic ways. Just, it's a possibility. But hey, you found your quarterback though. Denver Broncos. It's not pretty, but Sean Payton is figuring things out. Russ is starting to look like Russ. Looks way better than last year. Defense is definitely in better shape after that 70-point debacle. That didn't even look like the same defense anymore. So they can make a playoff push here if they keep rolling like this. Is it Seattle Russ? Not really, but he's efficient, not turning the ball over, getting the job done. What else can you ask for? The Raiders. You found your next coach. Don't look elsewhere. Antonio Pierce is the guy. The fact that game was even close says a lot. A lot. So don't look elsewhere. And Aiden O'Connell, keep giving him reps. Just keep giving him reps. He just needs reps. He's a rookie. Keep him in. Jimmy G's not it, though. Don't do it. Dolphins are not sold on as a playoff team. How can you? You were struggling against that Raiders team, and you can't beat any good teams? I'm not sold. Can their style of play translate into cold weather? I don't think so. But who knows? We'll see. Washington. Fire Ron Rivera and Jack Del Rio right the fuck now. You lost to Tommy DeVito and the New York Giants. I'm going to say it again. You lost to Tommy DeVito and the New York Giants. How? Oh, 6 turnovers. Right. Got it. You still got 9 sacks on Tommy DeVito, and you still lost the game. And it wasn't even close either. On your home field, by the way. Yeah. Oh. And that completed the season sweep, too. Y'all need to go. New ownership. I know you guys are just figuring out things, but one thing is definitely for sure. Those two need to go. Rivera and Del Rio need to go. Giants, you might have a quarterback battle this offseason. Just saying. And pay Saquon, please. Packers, you guys are still figuring things out. It's starting to click. I know Jordan Love looked pretty damn good, but who doesn't look good against the Chargers right now? But there's some holes to plug in on defense. Also, maybe a new coordinator would help too. And y'all got to retool that O-line and maybe beef up the run game a little bit. But who knows? Maybe next year. I don't know about this year though. Don't put your eggs into this year. Don't do it. Which leads me to the Chargers. Rant time. Okay. Chargers, you just keep on charging, huh? Just gonna keep rolling. Just keep on charging, huh? This team is so fucking frustrating. I'm not even a Chargers fan, but it's one of the most frustrating teams to watch because there's so much freaking talent at almost every position. Yet they are below 500. And they just lost to a Packers team who some consider one of the top 5 worst teams in football. Brandon Staley, you are a defensive head coach. You call the plays on defense. How in the blue hell do you have one of the worst defenses in football then? With all that money and all that talent. If I am the GM or the owner of this team, After just giving Herbert his contract, giving Eckler a little bit of change in all season, I got all this money on the defensive side, which is your specialty. It's your specialty, Brandon. I'm just looking at wasted money all over the field. This team is below 500 with all this talent and all this money into it. Oh, I am firing you yesterday. It's not even a debate. He needs to go. And everybody's going to jump on the whole Kellen Moore thing. Let's just see if the locker room is okay with that first. Ask the locker room. Is Kellen Moore head coach material? Leader of men? Galvanize the team? Is he that type of guy? Does the locker room even respect him? That's the question you got to ask. And also, can we stop blaming Justin Herbert for that drop at the end of the game to Quentin Johnston? He dropped it. I don't know how better that throw could have been. I don't know what the hell y'all looking at. That throw was on point. He dropped it. It's the same thing. I don't see y'all blaming Mahomes for the MVS drop. We'll get there in a second. But I don't see y'all blaming Mahomes for that throw. Because it was a perfect throw. What's the difference? It's nearly the same type of throw. Nearly. Just one's on the sideline, one's near the middle of the field. One's a cross route. Or a post route. And one's down the seam. They both dropped it. But they were both good throws. The placement of the ball was perfect. It landed in the receiver's hands. The receiver has to catch that. But what do I know? Seahawks, I'm not saying Geno is turning into a pumpkin, but the past few weeks I've been seeing a little bit of gangrene in his play. But also, you guys are playing a lot of undisciplined football right now. And you guys are terrible situationally. In certain situations, I don't trust you guys. Something's got to give. You guys got to clean it up because Seattle has a very, very tough stretch coming up. They got the Niners on Thanksgiving. Then they go to Dallas. And then they got the Niners again. Oh, and Philly's right behind that. So Seattle got to clean it up ASAP. Otherwise, they could totally miss the playoffs. Rams, that was a good win. They might make a playoff push next year. I think they're just too young and they're too raw to really do anything this year. I mean, they might sneak in because Seattle might play themselves out of it, but you gotta get past the Vikings, which that was a tough loss, but hey, there's still a fighter's chance in the wild card. Justin Jefferson might be back this week. Josh Dobbs is growing more comfortable with the offense. The running game is starting to get better. The defense is getting better. Definitely much better than last year. Holy hell, much better. So we'll see what happens with the Vikings there. Bills, you won, but you got Philly this week. So do it again. Do it again. And the Jets, I might need to do a separate video for that one. There's a lot I want to say about that team, but I digress. Philly, probably the most well-rounded team in football. All three phases, any situation you give them, they just execute. They're focused. They're locked in every time. Doesn't matter if they're up by 14 or down by 14. You can't count them out. They just know how to, any given situation they're in, they just play through it. The only time is like, if there's like so many turnovers that they just can't come back, a la the Jets game, or they're down by like 30 points. But you can't count Philly out. They got too much talent to do that. They got too much talent. They pitched a shutout in the second half. And that throw to Devonta Smith, what a throw. What a throw. And what a catch, too. The fact that he slowed down and tracked it, and it landed right in the breadbasket, insane. And that's without A.J. Brown going off. A.J. Brown was quiet on one catch for like 8 yards. The only weakness for Philly is the secondary. But if the pass rush can get to the quarterback and the secondary can hold up just enough, they're going to keep winning. And that brotherly shove is just unstoppable. So, now, to the Kansas City drops. Okay, another rant. You are a wide receiver in the NFL, making millions of dollars, and none of y'all can't do what your job description is, which is catch the damn ball. Holy cow. It is embarrassing. It is hard to watch. It really is. Because that defense in Kansas City is lights out. They are doing exactly everything that you asked them to do. Spags called a hell of a game in that first half. Second half, just like any good defense with a struggling offense. Look at the Jets. Look at the Steelers. There's only so much the defense can do to hold it down. But if your offense is struggling and can't put up points to help that defense, they're going to break. And that one pass that put the Eagles up, that one touchdown drive that put the Eagles up, they broke because the offense can't get it done. Kansas City is averaging 5 to 6 points in the second half this season. You're not going to win playoff games that way. You can't. You just can't do it. Not only do they need a number 2, they need a number 3, number 4, number 5, number 10. Like, just saying. Just saying. There's too many damn drops. Everyone's going to be pointing to the MVS drop, but there were way more drops in this game. Watson dropped a couple. Tony dropped a couple. Sky Moore dropped one, I think. Kelsey, your number 1 receiver, dropped one. Fumbled, too. Everyone's going to be pointing to the MVS drop, but what about that 4th and 25 where he threw it to Watson for the first down and he dropped it? You get paid millions of dollars to catch the damn ball. So catch the damn ball. Holy cow. That grinds my gears more than anything. When you have one job, you're getting paid millions to do it, and you just don't do it on a consistent basis. I don't know what's going on with the Chiefs. It's not the defense, though. I can tell you that. But that was a quick breakdown. Not so quick. It's almost 20 minutes. But, hey. This is Lyricist the Kid. You're watching Samurai Panda Sports. I'ma go do something. I'm chilling.